I think of Stanley Baxter Jr., who's a student here tonight, who started, he's a sophomore student. We have freshmen and sophomore right now in our school time program. And Stanley, when he started high school, like a lot of our students, really struggled. When we first started talking to Stanley about it, quite frankly, there was a lot of, well, this person and this teacher. And I don't understand, I'm better than them. And sort of a lot of this outward. You know, wasn't looking in here, wasn't looking to the foundation. To Stanley's great credit, just like Autumn, he sort of heeded our call and our challenge to, instead of looking around here, and that's not to say, believe you and me, we understand with our students, just like I understand with every single human being here tonight, that there are going to be times when life is not fair. Is it fair that we have students who have had loved ones murdered? Is it fair that our students, we have students that have been attacked on the way to programming? Is it fair that there are ambient hazards and challenges our wonderful, wonderful, amazing families face together? No, but that's not really the issue for us at NJV. But believe you me, there's a place for that discussion. But our message is, regardless of whatever obstacles you face, that power is in there to transcend. So when Stanley Baxter Jr., that first couple months, we would have those discussions, this person, that person, I'm understanding this person. We worked with him, he worked. We challenged him. He got challenged by his school, by us. And a year later, we were having a talk that we often do. And it was one of our normal talks with our students that Autumn alluded to. And it was, Stanley was, basically, there's so much schoolwork. I have to come to NJV. I have to do my constitutional law debates. I have to do this and that. But actually, he was there, but it was more sort of staff. His mom was very supportive, was there. And suddenly, there was that moment. Did you ever see, many of you have probably seen Eyes on the Prize, right? When first black student, I forget which school, but I think it was the integration in Little Rock. First black student to enter, right? And there's people screaming. There's bottles being thrown at you. There's like a lone sort of black child in a sea of people that do not want her there. And you always think about what is inside that child? What level of courage? What level of humanity at its deepest lengths? See, when you work with a student, not even about a student, when you work with an adult, when you work with a staff member, when you work with a law professor, when you work with anybody, and you get to that moment where you see that switch, that light, okay? You're like, wow, that's what it's about. And it's hard. See, we're up here today celebrating. Autumn knows, staff knows, there's tears, there's frustration, staff is exhausted. Why do we do this? Students, why do we do this? We do it for those moments. And so we were having this discussion, and then something turned in Stanley. And you saw that light. And now we don't condone swearing, but this is a little different. And all of a sudden Stanley said, talk about being overwhelmed. God damn it, if there's a will, there's a way. Staff just looked at each other and like, wow, Stanley Baxter Jr. is going to be all right. And that's not to be naive, because it's not that he won't face challenges. But our message is, see, the real trick is we want Autumn at Harvard Law School. But the real trick for me, what gets me up in the morning, what keeps me going even though I'm so exhausted I can barely stand right now, is because I'm excited about the woman Autumn is going to be that's going to get here to Harvard Law School. Diversity, foundations, and the need for more leaders who have the struggle emblazoned on their DNA. Those for which the struggle is so there that they can do nothing but to acknowledge it. Now, the real paradox is once we all reach together, I'm going to talk a little bit about this later, to pull each other up, we open ourselves up and we realize that struggle is in all of us. That struggle is in all of us, and we all know it. That's why I do this work. Angel talked a little bit about my struggle. 6 years in a sick bed. Graduated from Columbia Law School, great thing. Couldn't take care of myself for 6 years. Couldn't work. Some days, the best I could do was call to the bathroom. 6 years. And you're like, why, God? Why did I go to Ivy League school for this? You know, all my colleagues are at the law firms. All my colleagues are doing this. Why, God? And you get to the point, finally, where you stop asking that question. And you just say, your will be done. And then you hear a voice that says, you will be healed. And you never doubt it. And you know that you were given such grace to see such struggle. Because our future, we have a lot of problems to solve. We know that. Our president knows that. We have a lot of problems to solve as a country and as a species. We need to reach together, pull each other up, and realize that struggle that is within all of us, that's within our students. I want to see these students lead because of the young men and women they're becoming. I didn't tell you anything about our program. But I forgot about that. But Dean Hollis just told me all about our program. It's a good program. But no, the name of my speech is what is NJ LEEP really? Okay? Our program basically, I just want to say very quick, we have amazing law students that go out and teach in 13 different schools in Jersey City, East Orange, Newark, Patterson, and then our 4-year college-bound program, where students come every summer, every day after school, every Saturday, and where they hear us say constantly, that struggle is beautiful. Autumn, you will be in Harvard Law School, but we respect you too much to ever do anything but say, keep it real, what you do today that's going to build a foundation so that in 10 years, you'll be in Harvard Law School. Thank you all so much.